Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE, the 6:30 edition. Congratulations. You're finally over the finish line. Can you imagine? Can you imagine we're finally over the finish line? After all these months, all this stimulus of your dreams is becoming a reality. Third stimulus package, line and stimulus will all be formulated into law around January 20th because there's nothing wrong. Midge is no longer a factor. Mitch McConnell will now be the minority leader and Chuck Schumer the majority leader as the Georgia Senate races determined. The Senate is over. That means SSI, SSDI, $2,500. Multiple stimulus checks has to pay $10,000. EIDL grant, $10,000. FPC retro, $12,000. It's all coming to you in just a couple of minutes. In this video, I go over the exciting great news. I'm so excited for you. Finally, you're over the finish line. Let's get ready to rock and roll. This is Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE, the 6:30 edition. Boy, what a day it is. What a day it is. Overnight, Ossoff, the Democrat challenger, and Warnock were certified as predicted winners out of Georgia, but their certification will be official this Friday. From then, the Senate becomes blue officially, and your stimulus starts rolling out for third stimulus package shortly thereafter. If you've not subscribed, please do, because over the next 6 months, there's going to be an enormous amount of stimulus for you to get. And I don't mean automatic stimulus. I mean stimulus that you have to apply, fill out words, do documents, answer questions. I want you to know those answers. I'm going to go through every single document, every single word to ensure you get approved. No one is going to do this more in depth for you. I've done this since April. This was the original core of this channel, getting people through applications and getting them approved. And I'm going right back to my roots. So please subscribe. Also like this video and hit the alert button so you can alert when another video goes live. I'll next be live at perhaps with Mornings LALATE at 8:30. Wow. And over there is an instant premiere. You can chat with your profile buddies, congratulate each other on finally getting massive stimulus and how much stimulus, and it's just so exciting. And with that, there's so much happening across the board. I'm so excited you're here. And let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that when Joe Biden is sworn in on Inauguration Day of January 20th, there's expected to be 3 executive orders that first day. The executive orders are expected to be eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, and student loan debt forgiveness. That's what I've been reporting for a while. There is no mortgage protection under the second stimulus package signed into law by President Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago 2 weeks ago. So mortgage holders are really in a bind between now and January 20th. But that's just a few days away, so hold the bunkers down safely. And the eviction moratorium will be easier than the CDC one, presumably. It will carry you all the way to the end of the pandemic and won't require you to do crazy stuff, presumably like the CDC one had you do. But what else is happening under third stimulus package? Oh my God, let's go to SSI and SSDI first of all. Joe Biden is promising SSI and SSDI $200 a month from January to December, on top of your existing benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits, and veterans benefits. Then an upgrade, lifetime, up to 20%, and a new benchmark tied to something other than COLA. This is just incredible, great news. It's just a sigh of relief. These items were mentioned in his transition papers. That's how we know such detail about them. And so they are not going anywhere. Now, they may be a little bit more robust. They may be a little bit more detailed. And some of your questions will be answered. You've been asking questions like, children on SSI, will they get an increase? All those questions will be answered as soon as you see it, but this is going to be exciting. This is one of the few things that I think will be automatic, along with the MSC. I don't think you have to do anything. This will just sort of land there. So it's all great news. Then the next thing that will be automatic is the multiple stimulus checks. How much, how often, how frequent, what's the amount? on what's my opinion or prediction, I think it's going to be $2,000. I think that number is sort of mainstream at the moment. It could be more, but I think $2,000 is sort of a mainstream number now. And there's going to be several of them. Biden's going to do a stimulus package that carries you from now to June at least, but he's going to do one that's going to carry you for a while, and then if he needs to supplement it, he's going to come back. He said that. So you're going to see this third stimulus package, then you can see a fourth and a fifth and a sixth if he needs to do it. As frequently he has to do it. But I presume this package is going to be very big. It's not going to be $500 billion. It's not going to be $2 trillion. It's probably going to be about $3 to $5 trillion, the stimulus package. And that's why you presume that he's just going to have a lot of stuff in there. And the stuff may be a lot more robust and a lot more detailed than we even knew that he was going to do. All right, that's that item. The next one, the FPUC retro. The retro, where is this? The retro, going in the retro. Oh my goodness. FPUC retro, $600 a week. It just rolls out of your mouth so deliciously. So Biden, the only thing that I'm concerned is that he really keeps it as retro-ish that we want it to be back to July 25th. That's 20 weeks. And by then, by late January, it'll be more than 20 weeks. So you hope that he does exactly all those weeks. That would be $12,000. And then bring it up to the front present, and then it'll go forward at $600 a week going forward, all the way until the pandemic's over. The current second stimulus package only has FPUC to March. That's sort of a joke. The pandemic is not over in March. It's like 1% of the population have the vaccine by March. That's an insane date of the second stimulus package. It makes no sense. Of course, that was because they didn't want to give you money. So that's not the issue. He's going to do it till the pandemic's over, which is going to be at least June. At the way the vaccines are rolling out very slowly, it's going to be at least June. So that's good news. And he's going to extend PUA, he's going to extend UI to June as well. I don't mention that all the time, but I think that's sort of obvious, but I want to just make it clear here as well. He's going to do another round of PPP, bigger round of PPP. So if you're an Uber, Lyft, or Airbnb or Uber, Lyft drive, or anything sole practitioner, Schedule C, or have your own business, get ready for that, because it's going to be a lot of moolah. And then EIDL grant. Oh my goodness. I don't know how many EIDL grant videos I have made on this channel. I've been bringing them back on overnights LALATE at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time because there is so many videos, and because EIDL grant is coming back, and you can make errors on EIDL if you're not careful. So I implore you to watch those videos, because EIDL grant is not so straightforward. It looks like it is, but it isn't. And which EIDL grants will you open it up for? Yeah, it's just going to be just EIDL for everyone. So EIDL stands for Economic Injury Disaster. It's underwritten by SBA at sba.gov. It's not, it will be different than the one you're seeing in the next week and a half. That's the video right before this. I explained that one. This one will fix it. It will be a fix-it EIDL and a new EIDL. Who will fix? If you got an EIDL loan, but there was no grant at the time, it'll allow you to get a grant. If you apply for a grant, but they ran out of money, it'll give you the grant money, $10,000. If you apply for a grant, but only got $1,000 per employee, it'll give you the remainder of the $10,000 grant. Wow. It's just mind-blowing. It's just incredible. Hazard pay. Yes, Biden has hazard pay in his transition papers. $10,000 hazard pay. He doesn't have that number, but he talks about the eligibility of hazard pay. And he talks about hazard pay from the pandemic hitting all the way up to the end of the pandemic. That's a lot of weeks, but hazard pay has a cap on it. Pelosi had the cap at $10,000, $13 an hour, January all the way up to 60 days after the pandemic, and then reduce it to about $5,000. There's no reason, I see no indication now that hazard pay will be reduced. I mean, it's sort of like nostalgia already on this channel. Even when I was saying that number, just $10,000, I was thinking, you know what? It was just like yesterday. It was just like the night before the election. I was saying, well, if the Senate stays red, you're going to get hazard pay, but it'll be reduced. And you'll get this, but it'll be reduced. And the viewer's like, are you going to get this? Well, it's just like, I don't have to do that anymore. This is like so easy. This is like easy breezy for me going forward. The hardest thing is just going through a PPP application. Like, Okay, that's a little difficult, but it's just this is so easy. I can just tell you what Joe's saying and just say you're going to get, because there's nothing blocking his way. There's no sumo wrestler turtle that's blocking Joe Biden's way going forward. You're just getting what he wants, and so if he says it, you're getting it. It's, oh my goodness. So it has to pay $10,000. Yes. $13 an hour. Yeah. Eligibility. Yeah. He may expand the eligibility. CDC grant and Lifeline grant. I don't know. Those are two things under Pelosi's HEROES Act, which I never understood why they were there, because they're sort of duplicative, but maybe they'll survive. The CDC grant was also for frontline workers. It was underwritten by CDC. Why? I don't know. I don't know why it's there. The Lifeline grant, I don't know why it's there. It sounds like EIDL. CDC grant sounds like Hazard-Pay, and Lifeline grant sounds like EIDL. And they're totally duplicative. The CDC grant says up to $50,000 grant based upon cost of goods sold. So if you have $50,000 cost of goods sold, you get $50,000 grant. Why? I don't know. So, mad money everywhere. Moolah, moolah, moolah. It's just make the money rain. It's just money's gonna rain all over the place. And so I know it takes sort of a mindset adjustment, because, in 2020, we were just like, okay, is Nancy going to say imminent one more time? Is Nancy going to say right around the corner one more time? Is Steve Mnuchin going to say, I expect it to be? And then we're just like, oh God, it never happens. This doesn't happen. We had all that in 2020. Then we finally got a second stimulus package signed at Mar-a-Lago. That was a breath of fresh air. We thought, okay, well, we're finally getting some progress with these people. But now, when they say something, it's just like that. It's a little bit hard to sort of get used to. It's sort of Pavlovian dog syndrome. It's like, here you go. No, point it back. Here you go. No, I'm pointing it back. Now it's sort of like, yeah, here you go. Wait, is that really for me? Yeah, it's for you. Go get it. It's for you. No, really? So it's going to take a little bit of adjustments, but it's also going to separate the donut guys from the Purple Hawks. The donut guy is the character that I refer to on this channel that thinks that everything just automatically lands to your bank account. It's the lazy viewer. It's a viewer who says, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to cough. I don't want to pick up a pen. I don't want to write something. Just give me my money. Where do I get that free thing? Can you just send me that free thing? Can I give you my address? You send me the free money? No, life is not always like that. And that's why the Purple Hawks descend from where they descend from. Purple Hawks is another character I described that describes how you have to become a hawk to get this money. And I'm not being facetious or being caricatures of the subject, because these grants go live, this free money goes live, and it's gone in 4 days. It's live and it's gone. And then there's people that sort of apply that shouldn't be applying for it and get denied. Or there are people who apply and do the application totally wrong. They don't understand what the world they're doing. It's like, then suddenly like, wait a second, I didn't get any money. My neighbor got $60,000. How come he got $60,000? I didn't get any money. Well, because you weren't a Purple Hawk. You just sort of said, I can just sort of throw it together and I'll get the money. You got to be a Purple Hawk. You got to be prepared. You got to have that pad of paper out with that writing down all those notes on the pad of paper. Second stimulus, third stimulus. And you hear something, PPP, you write it down. Question mark, do I want this? Or star, yeah, I want this. Put a star next to it. And make a note for you. And then make a note for things you got to do. He said to go to some fin banks. What's a fin bank? Which fin bank should I go? When should I look? Should I look right now? Do I have my tax return for 2019 ready? Go get these things ready. Because the moolah, it's not going to only be on Monday. It's going to be every day of the week. And with that, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe because, boy, over the next 6 months, I'm going to be fighting to get you money, helping you go through the applications, answering your questions, getting you from point A to point B. I won't be just saying, hi, a stimulus check's in the mail. Go track it. That won't be what I'm doing. No, that's not the purpose of the channel. My purpose of the channel is to get you as many things of items, money as you can get.